Hey guys, before I get into this video, I want to give a really big shout out and thank you to David over at San Joaquin Valley Transparency and the entire SJVT crew who enabled this channel to go from about 200 subscribers to almost 1,800 as of the recording of this video just overnight. You guys rock, man. As I always say, none of us is greater than all of us. And I know that we all have one goal in mind, even though it might not be stated all the time. The reason we do what we do, that you do what you do as First Amendment auditors, is because you just want to make us a little bit more free. Carve out for ourselves just a little bit more liberty so that we can provide for our families, live in peace, and live in prosperity on American soil. So I really appreciate it, David over at San Joaquin Valley Transparency and the entire SJVT crew.
Hey, thanks for subscribing to my new channel. By the way, I do have a new channel as of today. Actually, this channel, I created this channel a long time ago, 2013. And I just rediscovered that I have it. All my channels have been trashed, algorithmically trashed. I can't get any traction on them. Devastated. Here's the Deal is the name of the YouTube channel. Here's the Deal. Because that's what cops say. They go, here's the deal. Right before they lay down the law, their tyrannical, oppressive laws, and trample on your rights. Look, buddy, here's the deal. Or this is the way things are going to go. They're going to go my way. They're not going to go your way. We're going to economically terrorize you. We'll probably handcuff you, arrest you, throw you into a cage because you disobeyed the policies of the politicians. Now they have the opportunity to exercise discretion and not give you a ticket. They have the opportunity to exercise discretion and not impound your car and not arrest you and not throw you into a cage. They have the opportunity to look at you as a human being, they as a human being, you as a human being, and understand fully that you have not committed a crime. Everybody understands that no crime is committed if there is no victim produced. Doesn't matter what politicians, lawmakers, legislators, whatever you want to call them, authorities, officials, it doesn't matter what they say. If they say you're a criminal and you have not committed a criminal act, you are not a criminal. I don't care how many people say it. I don't care if masses of people are on board with you're a criminal. If you didn't commit a crime, you are not a criminal. If there is no victim, there is no crime. That's one of those things that they should teach in school, but they don't. They basically say in school, you're a criminal if you disobey the authorities. If you don't take heed to and listen to and follow the commands of the officials, then you're a bad member of society. They call you a citizen. You're not a citizen. You're an individual. And no individual has the right to lift up their hand against you if you have not harmed another individual or stolen their property or, coerced them or defrauded them in some way. It seems like it's basic, but I'm going to keep on saying it because obviously not only our society, but just societies around the world do not understand. And because they don't understand that, they're easily swayed. They're easily manipulated. People can get into the control panel of their minds and just push their buttons and start saying all sorts of things are crime. You have dried plant matter in your car. Crime. They could literally, here's how ridiculous this is. And I know for those of you who've been with me for a while, you've heard me use this. I don't know, it's just a truism. Back in 1920, they declared alcohol illegal. But 1 minute before midnight, depending on what time zone you were in, how does that magic work? I don't understand it. But 1 minute before midnight, before the law, which is the opinion of a politician or a bunch of politicians backed by the threat of force, 60 seconds before midnight, even 1 second before midnight when prohibition went into effect, you were perfectly fine. You could buy alcohol, sell alcohol, trade alcohol, transport alcohol, get alcohol, bring alcohol to your neighbor. But then when the clock struck 12, somehow, magically, now if you do that exact same action that you did at 11:59, if you try that same thing at 12 o'clock and 12:01 and from here on out, you're now a criminal. It's impossible for you to be a criminal just because somebody says you're a criminal. But nobody understands. They're cemented in cognitive dissonance, and they really think that when a man, of all people, politicians, the scummiest among us, write something down, fancy words on fancy pieces of paper, and then sprinkle the legislative pixie dust over that thing, that somehow magically their words come true. Their words cannot come true. Their words are not reality any more than unicorns or Easter bunnies or tooth fairies or Santa Claus is a reality. You're not a criminal just because people say you are. Now, will they treat you as a criminal? Yes, that's what they do. But that's because they have no moral underpinning. They don't have their moral compass is all haywire. They don't know up from down. They're basically like those SS soldiers who go, hey, we were just doing our job. We were just following what the higher ups told us to do. We didn't write the laws. We're just enforcing them. And that's why I like what George Washington said. I'm not a backer of George Washington, but there are a couple things that he said just resonate with me because it's true. Government is not eloquence. It's not reason. It is force. And like fire, it's a dangerous servant and a fearful master. If somebody comes to you and they lift up your hands and they claim that you're a criminal when you actually aren't, the person who's actually foisting and bringing criminal activity into being on this planet are the law enforcers. They are the ones who are conducting the criminal activity as they commit a crime against you and truly victimize you. How do we know they're criminals? Because they created a victim, and that's you. That's me. I just got a ticket the other day. It was a $160 ticket for out of date registration or whatever. Called them up today and it's like, oh, we can half that. Oh, today and today only, we have a half price deal. Not $160. It's going to be $80. Now I need to get with, oh man, what's that guy's name at, I always forget his YouTube channel. His name is Trent Goodbody or Goodfellow or something like that. He has this thing where he's got this tag. You can have this tag on the back of your car, and then there's this list of things that you can show the cop. It's like, hey, I'm not operating this vehicle. I'm a traveler, and that's actually in Black's Law Dictionary. They did Supreme Court verdicts on this. And indeed, if you're not operating in a commercial capacity on the public roadways, there is no requirement for you to pay the registration tax, which is really what it is. Basically, the people who are operating as sovereign citizens these days are the cops. They act as though they are above their own laws. So I have this new channel right here, and I'm going to dedicate it probably almost exclusively to cop interaction videos.
Hey guys, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. What I love about the First Amendment auditing crowd, at least some of the ones that I've met, is that it's like all for one and one for all. We really, really push and pull for each other. And that's something that I truly appreciate. So while people out there auditing, they're also promoting other channels so that they can get more viewers, so that we can spread the message of liberty. Because man, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. And when I think of somebody who's eternally vigilant, one of the first things that comes to my mind are First Amendment auditors. So I really, really appreciate what you guys do. If you have any ideas about what you want me to do on this channel, I plan on hitting the streets like you guys. I'm not as schooled in this stuff as you are, but I've learned a lot. So it's not just about information and education. It is about carving out more liberty and freedom for ourselves so that we can provide for our families and live in peace and prosperity in America. Never forget, the price of freedom is and always will be eternal vigilance. And indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. I'll see you guys in the next video.